In this video, we're going to learn how to add shapes in Photoshop. So as you can see on the very left side, you're going to find this tool right here, which by default is going to have the rectangle selected. However, if you hold and click the left mouse button, you're going to see this new menu which is going to appear. And over here, we can find a few shapes that we can add in our Photoshop document, including rectangles, ellipses, triangles, polygons, line tool, and also a custom shape tool, which we're going to explore in just a moment. So we're going to select the rectangle tool, and over here under the color palette, we're going to simply select a dark color. And as we draw this rectangle by holding and clicking the left mouse button, you can see that I can see a preview, and as I release it, I'm going to be able to view the rectangle itself. Now, in order to change the properties of this rectangle, there's a few places where you can do that, mainly on the top section and on the right under the properties panel if you have that open. And these are going to have some similarities. So for example, the fill and the stroke and all of these basic informations are pretty much the same. So no matter where you change them, it's going to be pretty much the same level of adjustments. So let's go over here and let's change, for example, the color of this rectangle. Let's make it blue. As you can see, very easy to do. And now let's add a outline stroke, which is going to have at least 30 pixels in width. And over here, you can also change the different stroke options. And we're going to explore all of these in more detail in future videos. But now let's just focus on the shapes. So if we want to change the rectangle shape, and I simply have to use the transform tool, which is using Command plus T or Control plus T in Windows. And then you can see that these handlebars are going to appear. You can resize your rectangle. If you go and check out some of the other tools, we can find the ellipses tool. And as you can see, if this is creating an ellipsis. However, if I hold the shift key, you can see that as I'm holding the shift key, this is going to create a perfect circle. So using the shift key together with the left mouse button is going to help you create perfect or actually regular shapes. This is the same also for the rectangles. You can create squares in this case. And it's also the same if I press the shift key with the triangles. So as you can see, all these new shapes that we're creating are going to pick up the last properties that we adjusted in the previous element. And over here, we also have the line tool. So again, pretty much the same. If I use the shift key with the line tool, I'm going to work in increments of 45 degrees, which we can see in the preview next to our cursors. And the last tool is the custom shape tool. As you can see over here under shapes, you're going to be able to find a bunch of different shapes which we have both by default in Photoshop. But if you go on Google and search for custom shapes for Photoshop, you're going to be able to find a lot of resources, both free and also some of them are premium, where they're going to enable you to create some really interesting and detailed effects. So as you can see, you can create these custom shapes in a matter of no time. And just creating shapes in Photoshop in general, it's pretty easy and straightforward.